Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your comments below and let's get into this. We are talking about our life path ones and your second quarter in this 7-year 2023. All right, so life path one, we have self-motivated, independent, authentic, and leader. So, as I like to give advice to all of our leaders, no matter where you are in the way that you lead, you can't force anybody to follow your lead. And a good leader will never have to force it, okay? So, I got you guys. So Erica Badu, Next Lifetime. I got put. You guys put your love into the wrong person. They took your love for granted. I got angel number 555, so I'll make sure I link that video. Right, and I said Erica Badu, Next Lifetime. Right, so I felt a little bit of. Well, first of all, I feel relationship energy very, very heavy. I also feel a heavy cheating energy, regardless of which side is on. Somebody was being shady and doing the things that they know they should not have done. Okay, so one thing I can't stand is when people want to put one size fits all on all relationships. You cannot. Cheating means something different in every single relationship. So whatever it was for your relationship, that's what was being done. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. Oh yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Make sure you leave your comments below. I don't think I said that. But this time we have a situation, what you have avoided because of the situation, and then the truth that you have been ignoring is going to be over here. Our second quarter readings all are dealing with emotions that you kind of feel like you have gotten over, but you haven't really, because you have been getting triggered. Okay, and nobody wants to be triggered. So we're going to start here. Actually, let's not start here. Let's start with our chakra wisdom card. Okay, 1 and 6 is 7. That is this year. I feel it. So we have 6th chakra, third eye chakra, mindfulness. I am aware of my thoughts and I ask myself, are they uplifting and are they true? I do this because I know that my thoughts significantly affect my mental, emotional, and physical health, and because I know that my body believes everything that I believe. One thing about a 1 is that you guys are magnificent manifestors. When you want something in your life, you are going to bring it to you. So you want to make sure if you're focusing on something, it's something that you really want and not something that's going to be kind of detrimental or harmful to your life. I am not in control of all situations that come my way, nor am I in control of what others do and say. However, I do have free will as to how I respond. And it's another thing about being a leader. You have to let people have their feelings, have their emotions, have their thoughts, and follow their own path. Just because you can see something clearly for somebody else, when you give them advice, it may mean something different to them. And you have to allow them to have that meaning. So I choose to respond to all situations from an enlightened position rather than just reacting. When you're reactionary, you are allowing somebody's kind of like emotions, actions to control what you do because you're reacting to it. All right, so we have unbothered. Now, unbothered, this is a situation, unbothered. All right, so a couple ways I'm taking this because again, I got heavy relationship vibes. This could be a relationship that you're currently in. I really do feel like this is a past relationship that is coming up. If you've been in this relationship for a long time, this may have been something in the past that happened in a relationship. But unbothered. Anytime you are in a romantic relationship and somebody is unbothered, and they're probably going to get cheated on. I'm just going to be honest, right? I don't know if you were the cheater or you were the one getting cheated on, but being unbothered is not any type of emotion that belongs in a relationship. Um, I know we have a lot of this like red pill nonsense going around. So I'm just going to say this because I don't want to get all into it. But I am going to say when you look at somebody and you tell them that their accomplishments and the things that they worked hard for isn't something that you find value in and you don't care about, this is kind of being unbothered, and they're not going to want to deal with you. I feel that very heavy because one can have a very strong energy, and be very bossy, can be very controlling. And I want you guys to be super, super careful of that. You don't want to push somebody to express certain emotions or do, because then they're not themselves. It's just like the ultimatum shit that I don't agree with. When you give somebody an ultimatum, you're telling them, hey, the things that you do aren't what I want you to do. And the way that we behave, the way that we think, the things that we do, that's who we are. So you're telling them, hey, I don't want you to be who you are. I want you to be who I want you to be. And that does not belong in any relationship. All right. So we have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. I do get an actual school vibe here. So maybe you were in school or you went to school with this person. I'm definitely getting learning, especially with mindfulness. I'm so sorry. So maybe somebody didn't care about your achievements or something like that. You didn't feel supported. I do get that energy here as well. So we have sorrow and we have a mountain. The mountain, I don't know what I want to say conflict. Normally it's like a block or a barrier or something like that. But in this case, this block or barrier did cause conflict and sorrow. Um, I just get a big energy of not being supported through trials and tribulations, through achievements, through work and school and all of that. I do feel lack of support from a partner. I hope that you were not the partner lacking support. But either way, it's bad because you don't want to be in a situation where you're not being supported by a partner or that you're being an unsupportive partner. But somebody was very unsupportive. It did cause sorrow. Um, I feel like there was work for a long time to overcome this non support, to bring it to a place where everything would be good. This Ten of Pentacles wishing energy. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles really gives a vibe right now of working for money and nothing else, right? Putting that money on a pedestal, putting that house on a pedestal, putting that car on a pedestal, the way you dress, or the way people see you, just like your bank account. And there is more to life. Um, the Ten of Pentacles does create generational wealth. But the generational wealth you want to create, you don't want it to only be in money. You want your family to be mentally, emotionally, and spiritually wealthy. You don't want to continue curses down your bloodline. And this is the energy that this relationship was giving. Friendship and union. Okay, so maybe it could have been a friend. Somebody that you were very close with. It could have been a friend you were cheating with, or maybe you were watching your friend cheat or take advantage of somebody like that. I do get that kind of being in union with the wrong person. I don't know. Yeah, in the beginning, I said I saw 555, right? So 555 to me has always been a tower since I started studying numbers. I do feel when I actually did the reading for 555 and really analyzed it, it came out as kind of like taking advantage of emotions and vulnerability. So I do feel like that is what is happening here. Anytime there's a little bit of leeway, a little bit of emotion, it is kind of used against the person showing emotion. I really hope that you are not the person doing that, because that is not going to bring you any good karma. Either way, it's not going to bring you good karma. But you don't want to be on the side of intentionally hurting people. So we have the Death card here, Seven of Pentacles, and then we have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is moving over troubled water, moving on emotionally. Death is a transition. Seven is really a look at, like, what are you working for? What are you doing? Is this working? Is it not working? So in this situation, there has been a transitional period where you are looking at everything that has been going on. For some of you guys, you have already moved on emotionally as much as you felt possible. For others of you, you are right in the middle of that. You may be, I'm getting loyalty, right? So I get this vibe of holding on to loyalty, whether it's a friendship or whether it's the money. You guys are using the wrong energy towards somebody who is unbothered by the things that you go through. And honestly, again, I hope you're not the one that's being unbothered by somebody that you care about, but it could be you. Either way, get it together. So for this one, we have what you've avoided because of this situation. So we have surprised, which is interesting, right? So I think that you guys hate surprises. Again, one can be a little bit controlling, but I think it's more than just wanting to be able to curve and create your reality. I think that you guys have come up on some pretty horrible surprises. Um, I get that people have used you in a way that has surprised you. If you guys have a life path, karmic life path 19, make sure you check out that reading when I do it. I think I'm going to do karmic life paths last, so it may be toward the end of March. But at the end of the day, you guys want to make sure you're not allowing people to take advantage of you. You can't keep surprises from happening in life. You can't be you can't know everything. So there are some things that are going to be like, oh yeah, the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Um, I think that's just what it says. Mars is the planet of war, but what I get here mostly is the great severing, right? Um, you guys have been avoiding removing yourself from a situation. I really feel like you guys are stuck. It's almost like you have put so much into it, you just don't want to see it go bad. You don't want it. At some point, you feel like it's going to bring you luck or something good is going to happen. It's not. It's not. You're not going to be surprised, and this is not going to suddenly work out. Even if one portion of it works out, the other portions are going to be horrible and terrible and just something that you are not going to enjoy. So I do want you guys to be careful with this energy. Broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Sometimes when things are broken, right? Broken, severing, right? Sometimes when we split off from things, we first it's kind of like, okay, we're surprised, right? Because we've had it for so long. And then there's this like peace because you've been trying to hold on to something that was never going to work out. You've been trying to hold on to something that was very difficult to hold on to in the first place. It's kind of like it kept slipping out of your fingers. It's kind of like having a car note or some rent that's too expensive, and it's like, okay, they're coming to repossess this car, and now you gotta figure out a way to get to work, but at least you're not worrying about paying a $700 car note every month, okay? So we got the Knight of Swords. Um, you guys haven't allowed yourself to be angry over the situation. You've been sad, you've been disappointed, you've been surprised, but you haven't allowed yourself to be angry. Um, I know I assign anger as a useless emotion, right? But anger is one of the stages of grief. So when you are going through grieving, you can't just block out an emotion. You can't just pretend that, hey, I'm not gonna be mad at this. Like, yeah, you are. And go ahead and be angry and allow yourself to express anger. But it's not something that you should allow to run your life, right? It's something that you should recognize, but not necessarily react to, if that makes sense, right? Did we have reaction in here? I think we did, yeah. I choose to respond to all situations from an enlightened position rather than just reacting. So you want to be sure that you're not just being reactive, but you are allowing your anger to flow so that it can flow somewhere else and into something else, honey. It has to go. All right. So we got false person. I feel like you guys are blocking. I'm gonna say you blocking your blessings, right? You also have been kind of like blocking, avoiding, cutting this toxic person off. So we'll change this false to a toxic person. They're toxic. They are real, real toxic. And the place they're bringing you is a place that you do not want to go. This person, or it really feels like a person. I can't. They're dragging you somewhere where you do not need to be dragged. You've been getting warnings about it. You have been avoiding your intuition, right? You haven't been listening to intuition. That's not going to work out for you. Your intuition is there for a reason. It is your gut feeling. It is the end all and say all. Follow your gut at the end of the day, especially when it comes to people and places. You want to follow your gut. All right, so I do feel like your guys have been telling you for more than a little while to move away from this person. So I get that you guys have not been able to release your burdens. In this case, it does feel like bills, like I was talking about earlier. You guys may have bought a house with this person, or maybe you're in a lease with them. Sorry, I had to yawn for whatever reason. Anyway, you are connected with them financially, and you feel like it'll ruin you financially. But Spirit is like, it may be a little bit of a hit financially, but as it comes to who you are, your intuition, your love, and all of that, Spirit is trying to bring you new things, new passions, new love, new support, and all of that. It's not going to come if you stick by the side with this person. Now, I'm going to say for most of my life path reading so far, because you guys are coming toward the end, I have gotten that this is something in the past. I really feel like this is something that you guys are still dealing with. I definitely want you to kind of move on from this situation. But our last pile here is the truth that you have been ignoring, is that you have been ignorant, right? What is ignorance, right? It's kind of like not knowing something, basically. But it's not like, it's not like you don't know the secrets to the I don't know what the fuck they call that. The nuclear codes, right? It's not like, oh yeah, I'm ignorant to the nuclear codes. Well, no, that's something that you shouldn't know, right? But you are ignorant, being ignorant to what this relationship is actually going to bring you, what way you're moving towards. So one way that I like to read the Ten of Pentacles, which is the card we saw earlier in the first pile, is that it can bring you generational curses, right? You are being ignorant to the fact that you can be bringing more curses onto your family by continuing to engage in a relationship like this. It's just a bottom line. It is just the absolute truth. Okay? You are not alone. Physical connection, community. You feel alone. You're a one, right? Maybe you always feel like you're the smartest person in the room and other people are never going to be able to relate to you. Okay, sometimes listen, when it comes to intelligence, right? We may all know different things, and that's why it takes a village, right? I might be good at numerology, but somebody else is good at astrology. I'm not going to say I'm the smartest person in the room because I know I'm a better numerologist than them. That's not their forte. But I need to respect their forte. Not disrespecting people because I can do this better than them when it's plenty of things that they'll be able to do better than me. I also get this, you are not alone community. You open it up and allowing people to use their gifts and use their power and not kind of, I don't know, naysay them, right? So let's say you're opening up a business and you have somebody who They went to business school, marketing, whatever the case may be, and you are somebody who maybe you didn't go to school, but you know how to connect people together and get them into certain places, right? So it's kind of like one of them things. Well, let them do the thing that they're good at, and you do the things that you're good at, and you guys can become a team. But if you want to rule the part of their life that they're good at, when that's not even your specialty, it is going to separate you because they don't feel respected. And we're back to that unbothered. Like, I don't really care what you know. I know more than you. You never want to make someone feel like that, especially your partner. You can disagree with them. You can not want to go with the bullshit, but you always want to have respect for somebody's thoughts and their feelings and their spirituality. You always want to respect those things. Nothing good is going to come out of kind of putting somebody down in a way where you're putting down who they actually are. It's just not okay. So we have hummingbird spirit, be here now. Um, yeah. Listen, I tell you guys all the time, potential is just that, potential. It doesn't exist, right? If you're looking at me for my potential, it's something that I haven't done yet. It's something that doesn't exist, right? You are living in a fantasy. Let's stop doing that. You're not doing anybody any favors by loving them for who they could be, right? If you're going to love somebody, you need to love them for who they are right now, not who they could be, not who you want them to be in the future. Very, very controlling energy here. I want you guys to loosen the reins, loosen your grip, and allow things to flow. If something's not going to work out, move on, right? Mindfulness. I am aware of my thoughts and I ask myself, are they uplifting and are they true? This is the same thing with how you communicate with other people. You need to make sure that you're uplifting the people in your life, right? People are going to go through stupid shit. They're going to do stupid shit. They're going to make mistakes and all of that. It's not your job to say, I told you so. It is your job to be like, dang, that's messed up. How do you feel? Are you okay? If you got resources, offer resources. Please don't offer people to meditate and prayer as a resource, y'all. I get so tired of hearing that shit and it irritates the hell out of me. That is not a resource. It's not. Unless you're deep into your spirituality and the goals are actual spiritual things, then you shouldn't be offering that. Okay? I don't know why I wanted to say that, but it always pops up every couple weeks. We got the Knight of Pentacles. The truth. The journey is long. The journey is hard. The goal needs to be worth the journey. If the things that you are working hard for are putting you in the spaces, mental spaces, physical spaces, financial spaces that you absolutely hate and can't stand, the journey is not worth the goal. If the journey is going against, it has to go against your instincts, or if you have to suppress pieces of yourself, that it's not worth it. I don't have anything else to say about that. All right, so we have the bear, we have home. This bear is home. I have, like, I don't know why, y'all, but anyway. Then we have the 10 as the journey. Let's read this polar bear. I'm gonna read it to you guys because for whatever reason, my brain is not feeling the home definition. Bear. Oh, because of protection. Okay. I am power and strength, health and protection. Your finance is my field. Your food is my concern. My bad side comes out when you see negative cards around. The polar bear is a fitting symbol of the indomitable dignity signified by this card, whether it be read as an authority figure, a protective mother, or purely strength. The polar bear is the most powerful of all species. Furthermore, its color is symbolic of the pure spirit it embodies. Okay, the bear can relate to a person who is in a position of power in the business world. The bear can also be matriarchal. Okay, so I probably felt like home just because of the matriarch, the fourth house, and all of that. Um, so anyway, this is your strength, right? 1010 is patience. It just is, honey. It just is. So you guys are strong enough to withstand this journey. I do get a lot of loneliness, but you guys are moving past that. So our final two cards we have here is the Seven of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So Seven of Swords is a little sneaky fucker, right? I think I saw this in the last life path reading I had. You guys had the Seven of Pentacles um, in the first pile. But anyway, Seven of Swords in reverse is somebody getting caught up. So I think that whether it's you or whether it's this other person, you haven't really been paying attention to all of the ways that people are going to get caught up working together. Again, this is one of those things that you need to make sure you're on your P's and Q's and make sure you're doing what you need to do and working with the right people. Otherwise, whatever hole you're digging for yourself will be something that is discovered. So definitely make peace with whatever's going on in your life. Move on from anything that is unaligned, right? So a couple things I want to show you here. You are not alone because you're supposed to be working with people, right? You have been on this long journey, right? One that I feel like you have been ignorant to. But Spirit is saying that you have everything that you need to go along this journey. And while you are doing that, keep your mind, right? Analyze the things that are happening. Analyze the places you are going, the way people are treating you, the way that you are treating people. And make sure that you don't get involved in any I want to say grievances, but I really feel like revenge, spite, anything like that. If it's something that's going to bring you negative energy, it's better that you move on than to kind of play into it, okay? So that's all I have for my life path one. Thank you guys so much. If you made it through to the end of this reading, make sure you like, subscribe, share, leave your comments below. Remember that happiness is always the goal, guys, and I will see you next time.